Good morning. I'm just getting my gram peeps on here. I pressed the wrong button. Good morning, guys. Good morning. No workout clothes this morning. I originally got up and put my running clothes on, and then when Alex was leaving for work, he was like, just so you know, I know you're going to run this morning, but I think I'm going to go for a run tonight when I get home. I'm like, okay, then I'm not going to go for a run. I'm going to put my PJs on and be comfy. I'm not going to do a run this morning. I'm going to do a little bit of my my daily work for my side hustle, my coaching business, and then I'm going to get myself showered and dressed and go into the office and do some paperwork and computer work that I need to do at the title company, going in the office, and then out and about to go visit some realtors and mortgage peeps and stuff like that, and just hustle and slay the day away. So I just wanted to say good morning to everybody, and I have a specific topic that I want to talk about. And I want to talk about waiting for the other shoe to drop, because I lived this way for an extremely long time, and I'm just noticing that some things have changed on Instagram. It's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the app with Facebook Messenger has changed the way that it looks and things that you can do, and now I'm noticing on Instagram, on the live, things have changed, so that's kind of cool. They have like different emojis and stuff on the bottom. I wonder if you could swipe. I wonder what that one does. Oh, you could share a photo. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm not going to share a photo, but I just wanted to see what it did. So anyways, so I wanted to talk about waiting for the other shoe to drop. I read this morning. I had extra time, so I was like, okay, I'm going to read extra stuff. So I read in my, the happiness book that I'm reading, the Happiness Project book that I'm reading with like a group of people. I read in there, and then I read one of the days in the book, in that Find Your Happiness book. Funny that both things are about happiness. And today was about setbacks, and it said setbacks. Can you hear my son's birds? Took the sheet off, so they're up, the sun's coming out, and so now they're just chirping away with each other. Good morning, Alicia. So it says, setbacks do not define me. They nudge me into new awareness. And I read that, I read the passage, and it really had me thinking about waiting for that other shoe to drop. Because I was always like that. Like, sorry, I apologize. I have not had my shake yet this morning, so I'm super yawny. Or my focus energy. I'm going to make all that in a little bit. But anyways, so it's like, has it ever been to where life is running so freaking smooth, right? And you're just waiting for that brick to the face. You're waiting for life to happen, because normally the universe doesn't allow you to have life running smoothly, and the universe doesn't allow for all good. Like when things are running really, really good, you start like, when's the shoe gonna hit me on the head? When's the brick gonna hit me in the face? You know, all that kinds of stuff, because we're so used to things not running smoothly, and we're so used to that when things are happy and things are good, you know something bad's about to happen. So I don't think I'm the only one that happens to. If you do the same thing, like if you know everything's running smoothly and you're like, oh God, I'm waiting for doomsday to come. Give me some thumbs up or some hearts or comment and let me know if you are the same. But I remember, I mean, me and Amy haven't talked about it in a long time, but my best friend Amy and I, we would always talk about that, waiting for the other shoe to drop. And it's just, it sucks living that way. And this put it into a little bit of perspective. It says, when this happens, it seems like the universe is conspiring against us just when everything is going right. However, setbacks in your life are not an indication that you are off track. They're opportunities for more self-awareness and growth. The situation that feels most difficult to navigate is often in your life as a teacher. Each situation that feels like a setback is actually a realignment. And when I read that, I was like, Hey Tim, how are you? I read that, I was like, well, yeah, that kind of makes sense, because you go through like this horrible, horrible situation, right? And as you're going through it, you're asking like, why? Why me? Why am I going through all of this? Like, why are you picking me to go through all of this? And then, however long it takes you to go through it, but once you're done going through it, then you look back and you're like, oh, that makes sense. Good morning, Cindy. That makes sense. Hey, Diane, I understand why I'm going through that. I understood why that happened, because now look at me now. I'm stronger. I'm this, I'm that. And it's always positive. Like, it brought you to a better place. So setbacks necessarily aren't a negative thing. Sometimes setbacks are something that's helping you, something that's going to teach you something that is going to make you a better person. So as much as they suck, and as much as it's sad and scary when we're going through it, it's only to make us better and to make us stronger. So if you're sitting around waiting for the other shoe to drop, instead of being scared, you should be a little excited, because that means you have a life lesson to learn. And the universe is not conspiring against you. The universe is trying to be your teacher. So this next little paragraph that I read was talking about what steps to take, like what to do when that's happening, and how to like learn from it. So it says, if you're honest with yourself, you can examine the outcome and see if it's putting you on a path towards your highest good. When you go into each situation, ask yourself how it plays into your big picture. The experience in your life will no longer feel chaotic or random. It'll feel more grounded. And I loved that, because it really is true. When you think about it, it really is. Good morning, Mom. It really is true that when you have what you think is a setback in life, it really isn't a setback, so to speak. It is more of a learning experience. It is more of becoming stronger. So when we're faced with a setback, we always go right to negativity, and we always go right to, why me? I don't understand. You know, why is this happening to me? And we're human, and it's going to happen. You're going to go into the why me phase. You're going to go through all the phases of setbacks. But when you come out of it and things are better, and you look back, you're like, oh, okay, I was supposed to learn this. I was supposed to learn that. This is changing, that is changing, I'm stronger, I'm happier, whatever it may be. But then you finally realize why that setback was in your life. And then you finally realize why you were put through all that shit. You know, I've been through the ringer in my life. And when the bad things are happening, it's hard to stay positive. It's hard to push yourself through. It's hard to make your mindset stay in a good place. I know it's super, super hard, but if you really try to remind yourself that this is happening for a reason, if you try to figure out what you're supposed to be learning, and if you just keep your bell every morning when I go live, why do you feel you need to clean the dishes? It's a very annoying noise. My dog always licks the dog bowls right when I go live with you guys, and all they hear is as she's trying to like lick up the whole floor. Ugh. But if we take the time to like digest and really look at what's happening, and I know it's really, really hard when you're in the shit. You're in the shit show, and it's really hard to take a step back. So sometimes you need somebody to remind you, to say, you know, maybe this is happening for a reason. Maybe it's to protect you. Maybe it's to make sure that you're not going to go through something worse. You know, maybe the universe is giving you this so it's not going to be as hard as what would happen if this didn't happen. Things like that. You need to have somebody by your side that's willing to remind you of those things. But I'm here to also tell you, I'll be that reminder for today, but I'm also here to tell you that if you sit around waiting for the other shoe to drop, it's going to drop. You're putting it out there that you're waiting for that other negative, the other shit show to come. If you sit there and wait for that, guess what's going to happen? The shit show is going to come. I can promise you, the shit show will come. So instead of sitting around waiting for the shit show, start trying to find the positive. Start trying to look for the good. I know I saw a few people doing something that was a great idea that might help, because you're going to be looking for the positive to do it, but they're having like a jar, and each day they're writing on a piece of paper something good from that day and they're putting it in the jar. And then on the 31st of December, they take it out on New Year's and they're reading everything good that happened in that year. So you should have 365 pieces of paper and they're just looking at them and reminding themselves of how great the year was. Because guys, sometimes we can't remember what we ate for lunch yesterday. How are you going to remember all the good things that happened in a year when you're trying to reflect back in the year? Most people, when they reflect back in the year, they're reflecting back to the negative. What did I do wrong? What can I fix for next year? How can I make next year better? How about we focus all year this year on positive things? That's your answer. That's how you can make things better. If you know you need to write a minimum of one thing down, or on one piece of paper you can write 2 or 3 things, but it's one piece of paper per day, and you know you have to think of something good, something positive, something, extraordinary that happened. You know you have to do that. You're going to be looking more for the good in everyone around you and in everything around you. Then at the end of the year, you're reading all the good things that happened. If you look for the good, that's what you're going to find. If you're looking for the shit show and the other shoe to drop, that's what you're going to find. And I know it's hard to do on a daily basis, but if you really, really try, I can promise you that your days will feel a little more amazing when you start your day with a really good mindset. So like for me today, when I'm done with this live, I normally go and do a workout. So I would have run, but I know Alex wants to run tonight, so I wanted to wait for him. So what I'll probably do when I'm done is I'll probably go in my room and I'll do a little bit of stretching. Get some endorphins pumping, stretch and move, maybe do a little bit of ab work. Nothing so strenuous. Hey, Kenzie, good morning. Nothing crazy, but just to get movement. Because that I know is what helps my brain and my mind to start the day off good. Then I'll dive into doing a little bit of my coaching work, and then off to the office I go. So it's all really in how you start your day, and you are the one that's in control of that. Does that mean nothing's going to happen? No. Things are going to happen. But starting the day with a good mindset, starting your day with a little bit of movement, a little bit of exercise, and a good mindset can help you work through the shit show that comes throughout the day a little bit better. It helps you approach things differently. It helps you hustle. You're more energetic. You're more pumped. So stop waiting for that other shoe to drop. How about you don't even look up for it and you start looking forward? See what's around you. See what's in front of you. Stop looking up. Nothing's going to come from there. Nothing's going to come from there. So stop waiting for that. And remember, if the shoe does drop and a shit show comes, you got this big shit storm coming through, there's a lesson to be learned. And I could promise you, if you don't learn the lesson, the same shit show is going to come through. It's going to keep coming. Do you ever feel like this always happens to me? The same thing always happens to me. I always find the same guys. I always date the same type of girl. It's because you never learned your lesson the other 10 times that you've dated that type of person. So it's just going to keep happening until you've learned your lesson. You've got to learn that lesson. So keep your eyes open to what's going on. So maybe it'll only happen one time. So go out there, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Go slay your day. If you're just getting up and getting ready for work, do some stretching. Get yourself moving. And go for a walk outside if you have time. If you don't, walk around the house a little bit and just kind of like move your legs around and say, oh, I'm sore. And stretch and move and get your back stretched. Whatever you got to do, just do a little bit of moving and get those endorphins pumping and tell yourself you're going to have a great day and tell yourself that you're going to get through everything smoothly. I promise you, you're going to see a little bit of a difference in your attitude towards having to go to work, because who wants to go to work? So have a great day, guys.